Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back indeed. Good morning to everybody out there. I just came back from biking to the office, and I hope we are on time this time. I think today is going to be a great day. We're seeing a lot of stocks going up despite the inflation that we are seeing, despite the fact that the CPI was coming in higher, PPI was coming in higher, which is sort of indicating that because of all the negative things that were going on in the stock market, things like the debt ceiling not being raised, we had the Evergrande situation, China-US relations kind of, getting worse. We've also seen significant negativity around growth stocks and whatnot because of the 10-year yield rising. It's as if the market is shrugging it off. It's as if the markets don't really care, and that is what we're seeing right now. Look at this. Nasdaq is now bouncing up like we expected. We're heading towards the 15,000s. MACD just crossed, showing positive momentum. And this momentum is likely to continue, meaning that we're most likely going to go much higher than where we currently are. I think we're heading back to at least the 15,100 zone, which historically speaking has acted as substantial resistance. So I think there's more upside coming for the Nasdaq. I mean, that's for sure at this point, given the amount of downside we've seen. I mean, the Nasdaq is still down almost 5%, right? So we have been correcting for a while now. Not only that, we're heading into the months of November and December, which historically speaking are the better months for the stock market. November tends to be super bullish. December tends to be almost as bullish as November, and it's kind of like that September-October thing, where September is super bearish and October is slightly bearish. I would say November is really bullish. December is slightly bullish. So I think earnings are going to be good. We're going to see earnings coming up. Earnings season is coming up for us, which I think is going to be priced in right now into November, which is going to be great. So we're going to see a lot of upside, in my opinion. The VIX, look at the VIX, right? Notice what the VIX is doing. The volatility index is going down very fast, indicating that there is less downside coming, in my opinion, for the coming days. And look at the dollar. Dollar, when it goes up, tends to be very threatening to equities because the at least your purchasing power in equities goes up, which basically means equities become relatively cheap when the dollar goes up. And so the dollar is starting to come back down, which is beneficial for the stocks out there. The 10-year yield is starting to come down, which is also very beneficial for growth stocks. Keep in mind, the past couple weeks, as markets were going down, we had the 10-year yield going up, which is it has this tightening effect around growth and tech stocks, which you don't want to see, right? You don't want to see any sort of tightening when you're in growth and tech stocks. But it seems like it's cooling off right now. And looking at the MACD right now, looks like we're about to see a bit of a downtrend here on the 10-year yield, which is, I think, exactly what we need at the moment. Some people are saying Meet Kevin was wrong. Yeah, I do believe that Meet Kevin was saying that we would see an inflection point, and I was saying the same thing. I was expecting 0.2 to about 0.3% inflation, or CPI. We got 0.4%, which is slightly higher. I think Meet Kevin said something like it would actually inflect downwards substantially, which we did not see that. I was actually expecting a very slight inflection point, but we didn't see that happen, mainly because of the supply issues, still being an issue. Commodities were rising, so a lot of people were already expecting that inflation was going to stay high. And looking at oil, I've said this before, oil is just going to keep going up. There's no way around this. Oil going up again, sitting at 81.3. Remember, oil at some point was going near zero. That was during April. That's the March drop that we had in the stock market. Oil went to like near zero. In fact, it went to zero, didn't it? Yeah, there you go. And look what happened, right? It's like, what a resurgence. Although I think there's more upside coming. I think we're most likely heading back to 90 at least on the short term. And if we use this trend line, if this is an indication of anything, possibly get back to around 100 to about 110. That would be, I think that would be very bad for a lot of consumers out there. Welcome back to the stream. Smash that like button if you haven't smashed that like button. See, only 25 people had hit that like button. So smash that like button right now. Let's get to 50 likes. And we have a poll running in the live chat. I asked, where are stocks heading next? I want to see what you guys think. I'm a little bit out of breath. I just came back from biking for 30 minutes. And I'm going to admit I haven't biked in a long time. So it's still a bit of a struggle. But I'll get used to that. No problem. All right. So 64% of people saying that the stock market is going to go up. That is, that's good. I guess people are becoming more bullish. I remember doing this poll last week and everybody was bearish. Everybody. Like the majority of people were bearish. And now the majority of people are looking more and more bullish, which is a good thing overall. I mean, you've got to look at it this way. Stocks are sitting at a discount. I mean, if you're bearish right now, I don't think that's not really beneficial, right? It's like I've been dollar cost averaging as stocks were down. You want to be bearish. Essentially, whenever the market is down 5 or 10%, you don't want to be bearish. You want to be bullish, right? You want to be getting those discounts. And when the markets are hitting all-time highs, and they keep hitting all-time highs, that is when you are going to get the least amount of buying opportunities, in my opinion. And so that's a time to be maybe slightly bearish, depending on the situation, right? Because if you know that the next month or the next year is going to be great, and stock market is hitting all-time highs, that doesn't matter, right? So, because we're going to get great earnings, no problem. We're going to hit all-time highs all year. But if you're not sure about that, if you do not know whether we're going to hit all-time highs every single time, or whether earnings are going to be great every single quarter, then I think it's not a great idea to be super bullish on a market that is hitting all-time highs. All right, let's see. The Dutch love a bike. Yeah, I certainly do love biking. Gara the bear. I am not a bear. Are you still bearish? Oh, no, I am not bearish. I am bullish. I am bullish on the markets right now, for sure. Especially on the Nasdaq, on the S&P. I would say more on the Nasdaq and more on the Russell. The Russell's looking super bullish at the moment. Mainly because I think we're seeing a bit of a... I think that could be a bit of a bull flag going on there. Let me check the 4 hours. No, it's not a bull flag. But we're clearly seeing a trend to the upside with the 10-year going down and with growth stocks having gone flat for... I mean, look at this. The Russell's been going flat since about January, which is about 10 months. We haven't seen a whole lot of upside. In fact, I think we're still down from the all-time high, right? We're down roughly 4.5% from the all-time high. I think the growth stocks are gonna start moving, mainly because I'm seeing some patterns here on the technical side of things, right? The RSI is starting to move up, volumes are picking up. We're heading into the holiday season. MACD's crossing, 10-year starting to slow down. The CPI is not spiking as much as what we have seen the past couple weeks, so CPI is kind of cooling off, which I think that is definitely a good thing. Did you get a new bike? A funny story, actually. My father, he is a civil engineer, a retired civil engineer, and what he does in his free time is he fixes bikes. And so the other day he came to me, and he told me, "Son, you told me that you needed a bike. Come with me." So I joined him. He took me to the backyard, and he showed me this bike, and it looked pretty old, nothing really special. And he said, just try it. And so I tried biking, tried it out, and it was incredibly fast. I was like mesmerized. I was like, wow, that is just amazing. It didn't look special at all, but apparently he had made it faster in some way. I have no idea what he did, but I got a better and faster bike now. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a new bike at this point, but yeah, I think the problem is resolved, so really happy about that. Oh my, look at that. Christmas came early. Christmas came early indeed. Peru Invest coming in here with a $50 donation. Thank you so much, Peru. Appreciate it a lot. That is definitely going to be... I think I'm going to save up for like some equipment for the coming months, I guess. There's some really, really insane stuff coming up. I think people don't realize that yet because they haven't seen the website properly and everything. But yeah, thank you so much, Peru Invest. Appreciate that. Oh my God. We got another $50 donation. Christmas came early indeed. Cheers, Peru. There's no message though. But we got two $50 donations, the equivalence of obviously $100 from Peru. I guess Peru's having a great time in the market. Yeah, so Peru was actually the person that said that Uipath was a great buying opportunity. And I bought some Uipath right here in this zone. And I bought some in this zone. I am up about $1,000 in Uipath. So very, very happy about that. Thank you for that recommendation. Obviously not financial advice, but... Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a different kind of Christmas. Peru Invest came in with another donation, donating $100. $100 on top of the already two $50 donations. Like, damn. I think Perry's having a great day today. To be really honest, I think a lot of people are having a great day today. With, look at this. Uipath up 4% yesterday, up 1.7% today. Everything that we're covering is pretty much going up. Even Alibaba, after all that upside that we've seen. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate the donations, Peru. I'm a little speechless because we haven't gotten donations in a long time, in all honesty, like from that size. Fun fact. I'll give you a fun fact, right? About Peru, because Peru's been a loyal subscriber and member of the community, and he's been donating for a while, as many people know. I think it was in February or in March. In February and March, I had my portfolio very heavy in tech and growth stocks, and I think I didn't have enough cash because I was buying new equipment and I was paying rent. It was a really weird situation back then. Essentially, what happened was my broker told me, "Hey, Gara, those leveraged positions that you have? We're going to decrease the leverage, and so we're going to close your positions." And they did this for everybody. I had some positions that were down substantially because of the February and March dip. And so I was down. I was panicking. I was like, oh my God, they're about to close my positions without any specific reason then that they want to close the positions, because obviously it's going to make the money. So it's not like I wasn't margin called. It's just they were actively trying to margin call people by decreasing leverage so that they could, pretty much close your positions. And so you would lose money on that. And so I remember some of my positions were closed and I had the most horrible time. And for a brief period of time, I think it was 1 week or something, I didn't have any capital. I was like panic. I was like, what the hell is going on? And Peru Invest donated like $500 in a single week or something like that. And literally the week after that, I received that money. And I had some positions that were not closed, but they were very close to getting closed. I had put like a couple $100 in there just to make sure that they did not get closed. And they didn't get closed, and they rallied back up. Everything rallied back up, and I was able to secure my positions again. And if it wasn't for, I think it was like a couple $100, I would have probably had a very bad time back then. So, thank you so much. I know it's a very detailed story, but I always forget to tell this, or I've been waiting to say this for a long time. But at the time, it was like a life-saving kind of. It was insane, right? It was just an incredibly insane time. February, March. I don't know if you remember this, but a lot of growth stocks plummeted super fast. I think the Nasdaq plummeted like 10% or something. Let's see. I think it was this time. Yeah, there you go. Yep. And keep in mind, I was holding stuff like C3.ai, and then that bad boy came down, 60-70%. I was holding some Palantir. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people are having a tough time, and hopefully we're going to see some better times coming up for the coming months. Alibaba's going to the 180s by next week. Alibaba 180s next week. I mean, that would be, how much of an upturn would that be? Let me check. Yeah, so essentially you're saying Alibaba's going to go up. I mean, we've got earnings coming up. Let's be honest. Earnings coming up in about 2 weeks. So yeah, I think it could happen. And then that is going to be the gap that we're going to be filling. Oh yeah, regarding the story that I just told you, always keep capital on the sidelines. I had capital on the sidelines, to be really truthful here. I had some capital on the sidelines, about 20%. It was not enough because sometimes you have bills to pay. Something unexpectedly happens, so you have to pay your bills, and then you don't have capital left. And then when you're almost getting margin called because the whole stock market is collapsing because the 10-year yield is skyrocketing due to inflation fears. Oh, guess what happens, right? It gets really, really tough, and that's kind of what that's why I'm always advocating capital on the sidelines. Always have at least 20 to 30%. It's not financial advice, just my opinion on things. Always have capital on the sidelines. There's no excuse to be all in the stock market. Warren Buffett is not doing that. Charlie Munger is not doing that. Ray Dalio is not doing that. All the professional investors on the planet are not doing that. They have cash on the sidelines. They have bonds. They have some form of liquidity on the sidelines. Going all in is not wise. I'll always say this because people forget it. We got a $10 donation from Hector0934. Thank you very much, Hector. Man, that is a lot of donations. Yeah, I need to have a goal for like, I don't think I have any proper goals right now for saving up. All right, so I think the next goal for saving, because I told you guys about the camera. A friend of mine is going to come from Iceland to the Netherlands, and he's going to borrow me his camera, and we're going to be filming the courses together. So I guess I don't need to get that professional camera just yet. But I am saving up for a desktop computer that is able to process the videos that I make, because I found this issue where if I upload or if I process a video through Sony Vegas, it takes me 30 to 40 minutes, which is kind of average. So what my plan is going to be is I'm going to get a desktop PC that is capable of processing videos in less than 10 minutes. Now, what that is going to do is it's going to increase the amount of time that I have for the video creation process. So either I'm going to be able to edit better, or we're going to get more videos about different kind of stocks, the stock market, and crypto. So that's the next thing I'm saving up. I think it's going to cost me. It's going to be very expensive because of all those crypto miners buying up the graphics cards. I think it was roughly around $4,500. It sounds like a very, very large amount, and it is. It's insane. And I have roughly, I think I've got, around $3,000 on the sidelines today that I've been saving up just for that. So we're getting closer and closer, but once we get there, I'm going to be uploading like a ton of videos every single day. And so that's going to be, I think that's going to be an interesting time, right? It's like I've been struggling so much with just processing videos on Sony Vegas. Like for example, if I would upload something that's 10 minutes long, that would take me 30 minutes or something. If it's like 20 minutes, that's an hour of just processing. And you know how important it is to just upload videos on time because let's say there's like news coming out. You want to be the first person that's uploading so that people can come to your video. One sec. Oh my God. David Herga coming in here with a €2 donation. Thank you so much, David. Something about Palantir. Where are we headed for the end of the year? I think somewhere between 30 and 35. That's my hunch on Palantir, actually. I think that's going to be a proper zone for that to be heading towards. Depending on like the amount of contracts we get, it could fluctuate between 30 and 40. Like if we get several contracts in a row, I think Palantir could shoot all the way up to the $40. But yeah, right now it seems like we're heading straight back up to about 30. Let's see. And we have another $100 donation coming in here from Peru Invest. Thank you, Peru. Thank you so much once again. I think Peru also recommended this stock over here. I remember it, right? So IONQ, I think it's a quantum computing company, right? So the stock was sitting at $10 initially. I bought a small amount, right? I was like, I just want to see what happens. Then IONQ dropped all the way to $6.9. I bought some IONQ right here, sitting at $9 right now. I mean, that was a very, very awesome play. And it's up 6.4% in the pre-market. So I don't know if you guys are holding IONQ, but it's about to go break even to that $10 point that we've seen. So what a wild roller coaster. Along with, I think there was one more stock that Peru actually recommended. Yeah, IONQ was a good one, and we had, let's see, what was the name of it? I think it was Uipath, and there was one more. Although I think maybe the name changed or something. Oh well. Regardless, thank you so much once again, Peru. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you for the support. And I think that is going to go straight to the desktop PC that we're going to be getting soon. Because also what you have to realize, when you're streaming on a laptop, you can't render videos, at least if your laptop is not like a supercomputer. It's very difficult to render videos at the same time. So because it makes a lot of noise and your whole thing, your whole laptop's going to lag. So when we have a desktop, essentially I'm going to use the desktop just for video creation and use the laptop just for live streams. And so that would be perfect because then you can render the videos as you're live streaming, which is awesome. I think that's what the main YouTubers are doing right now. You know, Tom Nash, me, Kevin, etc. All right, enough about that, right? Let's just focus on the stocks. Give me 1 second, though. I got that hay fever going on. I'm probably going to go to the GP soon for that. Gara, most people watching on their tiny phone screen, you are overthinking it. Now, I want to to publish the highest quality of content out there, and that is my long-term goal always. Let's see. Hey, Gara, this might be a very stupid question, but what's the ratio of Americans buying stocks versus the rest of the world? I mean, do we rely on Americans for the stocks moving up? Yeah. I think they're, like, proportionally speaking, it's a lot of Americans buying. I have to agree with that. It was SoFi. SoFi is making a lot, Perry said. Yeah, so SoFi is definitely... yeah, I don't know if you remember this, Peru and other people. We covered SoFi in this range. I did some fundamental analysis very briefly on the stream, and I was convinced that this stock was going to go higher. There was no way around this, right? And look at this. SoFi is up 4.6% of the pre-market, and my target was 19.8, 19.5. We are right at that level. I think that's going to be crucial resistance. However, if SoFi goes above 20, well, we're going straight to the moon. So we have to watch that. I think I'll be watching SoFi very closely for the coming time. Let's see. All right. Oh, before the live stream, before the market opens, I want to just quickly show you one thing, especially for the people that are already patrons. I have uploaded an article on C3.ai stock. I think I spent like 2 hours writing it. Goes to show you how much time I'm putting into the Patreon nowadays. Hold up one second. I want to try to briefly show you what I mean. Here we go. Can I view it? Yes. All right, fantastic. Maybe I kind of share my screen. Yeah, that's the Patreon exclusive Discord. There we go. Right, I just want to say one thing about this. I wrote an article about C3.ai and that it's an incredibly tempting buying opportunity. And, well, it starts off by me saying that it fell down 75% and that it was growing very slowly. And eventually I talk about C3.ai going up substantially, right? It's just, the growth is going up and the 10-year is going down. And there's so many things that are playing into a more bullish narrative for C3.ai. I wrote this article. I put my heart in it. I'm not very good at writing. I'm trying to get better, and I'm going to do my best to get better. But this is available on the Patreon for the people that are not a patron yet. Check it out. For the people that are patrons, definitely do make sure you read this. I think C3.ai right now at $46 is looking really, really, really great. And I mean, hey, I've been saying that C3 is a great buy since like February, and look what happened, right? But I've been doing some incredible research, and I am fairly convinced that C3 sitting at $46 is just incredible, given the fact that their growth rate is starting to move upwards, and their guidance is going up for the next quarter and for the next quarters, actually. So going into next year, we're going to have higher growth rate, which is pretty awesome. We also had some other posts, about NEO, about CPI inflation, about Alibaba, and that is all available on the Patreon. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you check the Patreon out. There is a link for that in the description. Hold up one second. Let's see. The reason I'm trying to advertise the Patreon a little bit is because, mainly because it's like, one second. Patreon link is in live chat. Because relative to the cost that people are paying to be a patron, I think you're getting a whole lot back. I'm giving you a lot of information about stocks and the stock market and crypto and all sorts of things, where I'm putting hours in it, right? So I'm putting hours into like writing articles and whatnot, and I'll be posting on a daily basis. And so, yeah, I'll be doing that for the next pretty much until oblivion. I'm really enjoying making content on Patreon, so check it out. Let's see. Tesla. Oh my. Tesla's up 0.5 percentage point. You kidding me? And the market is opening up in a couple seconds. Oh boy. . Hold up 1 second. I'm just going to quickly check my portfolio. No freaking way. Tesla sitting at, we hit 818.6. Are you kidding me? That was, my target was 820, and we got pretty darn close. Remember, we made a video about Tesla just recently, saying that it was going to shoot up to about 820, 830, and then cap out. And the stock market is officially open. Let's get it going. All right. See, Tesla is up. It's up about 0.5%. It hit 816, starting to come down. AI up about 0.5%. Palantir is up about a percentage point. The Nasdaq is up 1%. Russell's up 1%. Market's looking pretty darn green right now. Virgin Galactic up about a percentage point. DIDI is green. Alibaba up 0.6%. Uipath up 1.6%. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. What the hell? You see, what? SoFi up 2.8%. And Tesla starting to fall slightly. Just slightly. Uber up about 1%. Uipath up up to about 50.8. Helion is making a bit of a comeback. IONQ up 7.2%, sitting at 9.9, about to go break even. Nvidia up, AMD is up, BNGO, Nano Dimension, Big Tech, all of it green. Palantir still up about a percentage point. NEO is down about 1%. That is crazy. XPeng is down 2.2%. Well, I guess, XPeng, it does make sense that XPeng is starting to come down because XPeng has been going up a lot the past couple of days. But for NEO to come down is a little strange. Coinbase sitting at around 250. The dollar is slightly down. The 10-year yield is going down further. Oh boy. ALPP approved for the Nasdaq, up 30%. Really? Oh, damn. Now it's up 12% right now, but from what I'm seeing. C3 is starting to move up 0.5%. Palantir, about 1% still. Let's check Baba. Baba's going negative right now. DIDI is still sitting positive, and Tencent and BYD, I think they are not updated yet. And Nasdaq is slowly coming down. Wait, let me just quickly check that out. Hold up. Yeah, we're seeing a bit of a slowdown now. Bit of market excitement at the beginning, and then it's just slowly coming down again. Ah, come on, man. Can't we have one day where everything is just rallying? I guess yesterday was sort of good in that sense, but yeah, Alibaba is pulling back about 0.5%, which we're seeing right now. Looks like the MACD is going to cross on the 4-hour chart, and that is going to be bloody if that happens, right? That is going to get really bloody. We're talking the stock could go down all the way back to the 160 if it does happen, but we'll see. Let's see. Alibaba is down 0.5%. 1 second. I'm going to check my portfolio. Yeah, it's coming down more now, down about 0.8%. And we hit resistance at 169, I believe. Apparently Square is up. Hold up. Oops. Yeah, remember what we said? We said it was going to return back to the trend line and then rally back up. And Square is up 2.6%. ARK is having a good time. Look at that. ARK going up 1.5%. pretty much outperforming the whole market. Let's see. Yeah, we're not seeing any like overshooters. Like everything is kind of green, up about 1%, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, looking at SoFi, I mean that is pretty crazy. SoFi is sitting at 19.5, and it's already starting to pull back. Yeah, I think it's not going to go above 20. Looks like it's seeing a lot of resistance at 19.8, which, to be fair, I mean, the stock has been going up substantially. I mean, look at this. 36% just recently. I mean, it's a very large amount. Gara, new lipstick. Oh, oops. I think the saturation is a bit messy. There we go. Yeah, we had some negative news around China. And we're seeing the Chinese tech stocks going down again. And the MACD's crossing on Alibaba on the 4-hour chart. What to do? Neo is down 1.1%. I guess Neo is down. I think Neo and XPeng and Li Auto are down because the Chinese tech stocks are going down. Most likely, at least. Gara, what about BioNTech? Is it a buy? Let me check that out. One sec. Not necessarily, I think. Although daily MACD is showing some positive signals, we have to consider the fact that BioNTech, just over the course of the year, I mean, look at this. The stock is up like 400% in like several months, like 3 months or something. 60 billion market cap with quarterly revenues of 6.4 billion, net income of 3.3 billion. I guess you would have to know how much more money they're going to get. I think that is a good thing to look into. But yeah, I mean, recently they've fallen a lot. It could be a potential swing trade for earnings, which is going to be the beginning of November. I think this gap right here to 270 and maybe even the one to 300 could be filled. Yeah, short term, my estimate would be that we fill the gap to around 270. And then if we are lucky, maybe we get back to $300. Is the market going to go down now? I don't think so necessarily, but it's just I think the momentum is not looking very strong anymore. It's like you saw strong momentum as the market opened up, and it's just it's just wearing off. Just from what I'm seeing here. Yeah, I don't know what is going down right now. I think it's DIDI probably, right? And C3.ai. So DIDI is now going negative as well. C3 is down 0.5% from where we were. Virgin Galactic went down. Uipath is still doing good. Oh my, look at that. IONQ is just skyrocketing. Up 41% at some point. From bottom to top. here we go. Nano Dimension, BNGO, the common culprits that are now going down again. It's unbelievable. Lucid Group is seeing some momentum, which we were expecting, right? The MACD's crossing, RSI heading up. Look at that. Tesla's also still going up. Which, if you haven't seen the past video on Tesla, it's on the channel. But we said that Tesla was essentially going to go up to around 820, between 820 and 830, and then top out right before earnings. Unless, obviously, if Tesla has stellar earnings, then of course the stock can still fly. But we'll have to see if that's going to be the case. There we go. Tesla sitting at 817, which is quite exciting. We already hit, I think we hit 818.6. And Palantir is still up, sitting at 24.4. We also made a video about Palantir back when it was sitting at 23.5. We said it was going to bounce to 24.5 short term, which actually happened, right? There you go. And I think it's going to be rallying all the way to 26 in the next week. And of course, Tesla, Palantir, AI, all of these stocks are on the buy and sell signals on Patreon. And we also made some posts about C3 and Palantir. No, wait, not C3 and Palantir. I mean C3, Neo, and Alibaba. Those were the stock picks of the past week. And to be fair, they're doing pretty good so far. Bitcoin is slightly green. Obviously, the only reason cryptos are green right now is because inflation is still kind of nudging upwards. Let's see. Let me check. Let me know in the live chat which stocks would you like me to cover. Just let me know. Type it down below, and I'll be covering your favorite stocks. Also, hit that like button. Come on, let's go. I think, you know what? If we hit 200 likes, we're going to have another Q&A. So you can ask me any question about stocks, about life, anything. And I'll be answering your questions. Just make sure you smash that like. Let's see. Baba is selling off. Look at that. 0.8%. DIDI selling off as well. Oops. DIDI selling off about 0.5%. Is there anything that's... Oh my god. Damn. Do you see that? IONQ is up 10.8%. Yeah, I was expecting it to hit $12 and $13, but the markets went down. I think we're going to go to $12 to $13 at this point. But then again, look at this. I don't think there's a whole lot of room left. I think we're heading to 10.6, and then maybe we go back down slightly on IONQ. Yeah, then again, keep in mind, there's not a whole lot of data on this. But this is the bullish trend that I'm seeing right now. This is the bullish channel. There you go. Right. I think we had another donation here. My Peru is really spoiling me today. Thank you so much, Peru. Peru came in with another $20 donation. And Peru says, DOCA might reach $200 plus in the future, in the near future. Great opportunity. I opened my position, also opened small position in DNA. Let me take a look at that. DOCA. I can't find that. Doku. You mean DocuSign or? Because I can't find DOCA. But DNA is probably this one, right? Oh, it has a very large market cap. Damn. Ginkgo Bioworks Holdings. And I assume this chart looks the way it is because of a stock split or something, or merger. I mean, it looks a little weird. I can't say a whole lot about this, honestly. I don't know much about the fundamentals. Ginkgo Bioworks is a biotech company. It's a platform. Its platform is a market agnostic and enables biotechnology application across diverse markets, from food and agriculture to industrial chemicals to pharmaceuticals. The company was okay. Ginkgo Bioworks. What's their revenue looking like? I don't think they have revenue, right? Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say much about this because I'm not seeing a lot of data, and they don't have much revenue, so I can't really make a comment. I think it's kind of funny that their ticker is DNA, which is just hilarious. DOCN. Let me check it out. Hold up. Digital Ocean Holdings. 9.7 billion market cap, overbought on the RSI. Wait, hold up. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting to like levels right now on this one. Maybe a little bit of room left. Let's use this trend line right here to this level as well. Okay, so the revenues are going up pretty fast. What do they do? Digital Ocean operates as a holding company with interest in providing cloud infrastructure. Its solutions include web hosting, web and mobile apps. This could be one of those companies that would get like bought out by like a Microsoft or a Google or not, if it's like a cloud company, right? Yeah, they're not burning a lot of money, and they're growing pretty fast. Do you see that, right? We went from 93 million to 103 million in like 1 quarter. That is pretty great. That's pretty fast. 72 million to 76 million to 93 million to 100. That's just beautiful. Hold up. DOCN is great, people are saying. Yeah, one thing I would say about this stock, although I like it, I think the fundamentals are great, at least from a short view, and EPS and whatnot. Keep in mind, just the past couple days, it has doubled, right? Just in the past 2-3 months, it has doubled. RSI is indicating overbought on the 4-hour chart, which is not terrible, but I think we're going to see one more rally, and then we're selling off. At least that is my assumption right now, unless earnings is going to be very surprising, but we'll have to see if that's going to be the case. For now, I'm going to say my target would be around $100, and then we would sell off back down, because I think that would be resistance. And, you know, we're already sitting in the overbought level, and guess what happened last time we got overbought? It went down, right? And same thing right here. We hit overbought levels. It went down. So I think that would be very high probability of just continuing upwards, hit around $100, which would be, technically speaking, that would be a psychological resistance, and then the stock would just pull back to around, to be fair, to around $85, maybe $90 short term. Doesn't mean it's going to keep going down. It's just, I think, short term we're going to see another slight correction. There's a lot of variables at this moment that could make a big difference here. DOCN is focusing on small businesses. Oh, cool. AMD is breaking out, somebody says. Hey, Gara, thanks for all you do, brother. Thoughts on Lemonade for swing trade upwards? Let me just take a look at Lemonade. I think several people have been asking for this. Lemonade. Wrong about this one in the past. That is very embarrassing. I think I was wrong because I have no idea, actually. This July to August period. Maybe the 10-year yield went up. Yeah, I don't really follow Lemonade, to be honest. I do try to predict where it's going in terms of like technicals, but that's it. So if something happens with the fundamentals, I have no clue what's happening with Lemonade. But yeah, it seems like it is trending upwards like many other stocks out there. Hopefully it's the right ticker. Yeah, they're burning a lot of money. I think the reason it went down previously is because the 10-year yield went up. Companies that are burning this much money, they are very, very sensitive to any raises or rises in the 10-year yield, right? Because it makes it more difficult for these companies to survive, because borrowing money becomes expensive, or more expensive at least, or less cheap, whatever you want to call it. However, I think that is already priced in, given the fact that lemonade is now down, at least recently, down as much as 40%. And if you take a look at the all-time high, we're down like 64% still. So, and earnings is coming up, right? Mid-November, in about a month, we're going to have earnings. I wouldn't be too surprised if lemonade, we take a look at the 4-hour chart. Bit of... it's not the strongest movement I've seen, but we have a bit of a runaway gap there, so I think maybe we hit $70, maybe we hit resistance, retreat to 67, and then we bounce above and potentially breach all the way up. I could see that happen, although I think 76 might make more sense. It's around $76. 76, 77, which would be upside of roughly 13%, 13.5%. And if the 10-year does keep going down, I think we're going to go much higher. But yeah, lemonade is very much dependent on the 10-year yield. Why is BABA crashing? Because it's gone up so much, and we had some negative news from China. I mean, that's what's happening. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's not down that much. It's down like a percentage point. Nothing too significant. At least from what I'm seeing. I mean, oh, boohoo, it's down a percentage point. Like, come on. Oh, yeah, make sure you hit the like button, by the way. Like I said, we're going to do a Q&A at 200 likes. So smash that like button. Smash it right now. And let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover. Let it know in the live chat. Type it down below. And once again, if you have not checked the article on Patreon, we have a new stock pick on Patreon. It is not financial advice, of course. It's just my opinion on stocks. Check it out. I'm going to post a link to the Patreon in the live chat. If you haven't checked it out, can't speak anymore. If you haven't checked out the stock pick article, check it out now. It's about C3.ai. I think C3 is going to be a very, very nice buying opportunity. And look what's happening to C3. No kidding, right? It's up about a percentage point, and it's starting to come back because the fundamentals are improving. The 10-year yield is kind of flattening out right now. I think people are going to start realizing what they're missing out on, and I think the stock is going to fly as soon as possible. The same exact way that we saw that happen with Alibaba. It's going to happen again with C3. Baba has been in a gnarly downtrend. Yeah, but the thing is, we've got earnings coming up. I don't think Baba's going to keep going down into earnings. That would be a little strange. Given the fact that they have been performing really, really well. Even Robinhood's starting to come up, and I've been very bullish on Robinhood. Uipath is up 2%, sitting at 51. What a recovery rally indeed, up 7.8% from the bottom. SoFi still sitting at 19.5, and it's still not able to move higher. Virgin Galactic up about 1%. We've got Helion up 3.5%. Helion starting to recover a little bit. DIDI is down 0.6%. We filled the gap now, which is quite nice. I think we're going to consolidate in this area, and we're heading up higher. There's just no way around it. DIDI has amazing fundamentals. It's just what needs to happen for DIDI is they need their app to get back on the App Store. Without the app, nothing is going to happen. So my expectation is that over the next weeks, we're going to get a news report come out, and we're going to get their app reinstated on the App Store. AMC, look at that. AMC is holding up at 38.6. I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to be bearish on AMC back when it was sitting at like $60. I was like, guys, be very careful. It could go down to 30. Well, that happened, right? And we had another rally to like 50, and it came back to 30 again. But I am seeing an uptrend. So technically speaking, the MACD is crossing, and guess what? Earnings is going to be 8 November. So maybe we are going to see it rally back up to maybe the lower 40s. RSI jumping, MACD crossing. We just need the volumes to come back. If the volumes do come back, and I think it's going to be guaranteed at that point, it could potentially trigger another one of those short squeezes. Yeah, so Peru donated like a significant amount in this stream. I want to thank him again. Thank you so much, Peru Invest. Thank you so much for your support. I'm going to be saving up every single donation I get right now for a proper desktop PC. So I'll be able to upload videos faster, like way faster, maybe even twice as fast. And I want to say one more thing about the donations. I'll say this from time to time. YouTube actually takes a relatively large cut of the donations. I think it's about 40 to 50%. And on PayPal, they take about 5 to 10%. So I would really appreciate it if you want to donate or anything at all. I prefer PayPal. The PayPal is always pinned in the live chat. So if you want to donate, check out the PayPal. If you don't want to donate, then that's fine too. Just want to say that. Just want to put that out there. Ruby just came in with a $5 donation and said, "What are your thoughts on Bros and the firm?" Okay, let's take a look at Dutch Bros, the Dutch company. Thank you for that donation. Let's check it out. Don't think we have that much data yet. I don't think we can say a whole lot about it, but I think we've covered it in the past. I said it was going to jump here, and it did jump indeed. Let's just delete this. So, what is the support zone? Clearly, there's the support zone for Dutch Bros. Like, that should be it. That has been the support line. What's the market cap? 8.7 billion. Annual revenue of about 327 million with a net income of 5.7 million. So they're profitable. That's nice. Profits are going down, though. But growth is going up. They're hitting resistance around 53. RSI is becoming overbought on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, there seems to be more momentum building up, right? And it's been trending up quite nicely, up 5.2% today. Nasdaq is shooting up, by the way, 1.2%. And we have the Dow Jones up 1%. Russell is up 1.2%. Damn, Palantir is up 1.4%. Snowflake, 2.6%. Look at that. And then you have the Chinese stocks going down. Classic. PayPal charges way less fees. Always send your favorite creators money through PayPal. Yes, exactly. Way less fees. It's incredible. I love PayPal in that sense. But I wish that YouTube was like that. I really do wish that. Because YouTube, in some sense, I think YouTube also gets like the ad revenue and whatnot. But then again, like they have to host your stream, so to be fair. It's just for the people that would really like to make a donation and want me to get most of it. The PayPal is always there. Quickly checking my portfolio. Right. How's the daily chart doing? Yeah, I'm having a tough time deciding what's going to happen next, mainly because there's just so little data. 48, 50. Now we're above 50. We're at 53.7. And it's the thing is, like, it's struggling right at that resistance. Maybe we need to look at the 30-minute chart. Yeah, that is not really indicative of a bull flag. Yeah, so what I think could happen, maybe it goes up slightly higher. We touch maybe around 55 and we pull back to the 50. I think that might happen actually. And well, let's be a little bit more optimistic, eh? Let's just say that we pull back to the trend line. Which would be right here. Which is technically still the lower 50s. So I think there might be a little bit of room left because historically speaking, we've hit like around 55. And, you know, volumes are quite nice and it seems like the stock is just shooting upwards. Either hold the trend. I think it's going to hold the trend, but because I think that the market is going to be very bullish. So that's why I think it's going to hold the trend. If it does not hold the trend, next support would be around $50. So if it does hold trend around 52-ish, but if it doesn't, $50, if the market is really bearish, then we're heading down to 47. But I think it could hold trend here. And if it does bounce off of that, I think we're going to potentially get another all-time high. So just potentially something like this. Oops. I'm actually quite optimistic about the markets. And I have been for the past couple of days because it just makes a lot of sense. Right, so this is what we said about the Nasdaq recently, bounce off the trend line and then just run up to 15,100. Because guess what? We've had all the negative news priced in, and the Nasdaq is still down like what, almost 4.5%. So yeah, we're gonna see some momentum kick in here. What's really annoying is that while the Nasdaq is shooting up 1.3%, Alibaba is doing the opposite. It's going down 1.4%. Which is kind of painful. Yeah, so Chinese stocks are having a tough one, at least for today. Oh, there you go. Uipath is up 2.7%. Uber up 1.8% or 1.7%. Helion up 3.5%. CRISPR is starting to bounce back up, which we said that was going to happen. I don't know why we don't have an arrow. I think we had an arrow pointing that it was going to go up. Where is it? Let me just... is there resistance? Around 110. So my target on CRISPR, 110 for the next 2 weeks. All right. Is there anything else have? Oh wow, look at that. Apple is jumping. Microsoft is jumping. Both up about 1.5%. Same for Facebook, starting to jump. We've been very bullish and vocal on Facebook. Google up about 2 percentage points. Amazon is up about 0.8%. Netflix 0.3%. Palantir 1.5%. Also been bullish on that one. And these are all on the buy and sell signal list on Patreon. So to the patrons out there, it's on Patreon, right? I've published some posts and some articles. You can check it out. We've been saying this for about, I would say about a week now, just 7 days. And it is happening. So I'm very glad about that. I'm a little bit disappointed in NEO, but considering that most Chinese tech stocks are going down, I guess it does make sense. Microsoft back to $300. Gara, check your Paul Pay. We got a €25 donation. Thank you so much. That's the first PayPal for today, I believe. I hope, because I don't think I missed any, right? We got a €25 donation coming in here from Quinto. I hope I pronounced that right. Quinto says, Gara, good work. Please check Ava. I haven't checked that in a while. Thank you for donating to the PalPay. Ava Technologies. I think I was bullish on this one too. I remember being bullish on this. At least I hope I was. It's a 1.6 billion market cap. Obviously, they're burning lots of money. You can see right here that it was going down along with the 10-year going up, right? So the 10-year has been impacting this stock significantly. And look at this. The 10-year is going down right now. Guess what's happening? It's going up. It's really funny how that works. It's kind of like, it's really predictable in some sense. 10-year up. Growth stock goes down. Yeah, so the MACD's crossing. Last time the MACD crossed, we went up substantially, and earnings is coming up in about roughly around 3 weeks. Looking at this bad boy. Just approximately $9 maybe. I mean, here we were sitting pretty comfortably around 9.3. And the MACD's also crossing. Volumes are just sitting quite low. I don't like that. Let's just say we are heading to the $9 at the moment. And that's mainly because, look at that. The Nasdaq is now up 1.4%. What the hell? And what's happening to Alibaba? Going down still. Is the Dow Jones doing anything? Everything is jumping. Like, everything is jumping. People are buying the dip like crazy. Gara, check your Patreon. I subscribed. Can you check out Corsair Gaming? That's a good way to get me to that's a good way to get me to look at your stock. Yeah, I'll take a look at Corsair in a second. So yeah, that's my estimate. I would say we could reach $9 either by the end of this month or beginning of November. That would be my estimate on Ava. Corsair. I was bullish on Corsair. I remember that. I think Jeremy from Financial Education, he covered this. And I've been watching him since like 2017 or 2018, I think. And most of his plays are pretty good, so I did not doubt him on this. Although I think it's not been going that well. At least, all right, so it bounced. We said it was going to bounce to 30. It did bounce to 30 from 28 to 30. That's great. It's always lovely to just look back in history. I don't know how many YouTubers are doing that. Please tell me, are there any other YouTubers that are looking back at their previous analysis, whether it's right or wrong? Because we always do this, right? I always go back in history, whether I'm wrong or right, and I'll tell you when I'm wrong, right? It's like, okay, I'm wrong. Why am I wrong? And then we kind of, think about why it was wrong. It's always nice to figure out what was happening and why you made the mistake. But yeah, we always do this, right? So this was a historical analysis that we did in September, first week of September. I think we have analyses from just going back all the way to last year, November. But yeah. One sec. Oh, your Apple Watch is charged. Awesome. Haven't charged that one in like a week. Okay. So, Corsair. We're seeing a lot of positive momentum kick in for the daily chart. It's the first time since August that we're seeing this, right? First time since August. And remember what happened in August. 20% move to the upside. Yeah, so weekly chart is still relatively weak. Corsair revenues Oh, okay, that's the reason. They're doing bad. At least from what I'm seeing. I mean, that is not good. They went from 550 million to now 530 million, and then 480 or 470 million. That is not good. But then again, 470 million, that's not bad. It's just they're not doing significantly better. It's just, given the big discount we're getting, 50%. What's the market cap? 2.5. It's a very small market cap as well. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So it's a 2.5 billion market cap with revenues of 470 million last quarter. Like what? That's nice. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not amazing because their growth is slowing down from what I'm seeing. Smash the like button right now. Yeah, we're still not at 200 likes. So, no Q&A. Yeah, make sure you hit that that smash button so we can like. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Yeah, I still don't really see a good reason to be buying this, honestly, because there's no real growth trajectory from what I'm seeing. And you can see what's happening, right? So the MACD is starting to move up, yet the price, look how weak the price is moving. We went from 25 to 26, and look at the MACD, look at the RSI. No progression at all. Yeah, so that's been kind of painful for this stock. But then again, the daily is still proving to be positive. You know, I'm gonna say that we're probably gonna go up to around 28, and that's gonna be our resistance. I think we're gonna be trading within this range. We're gonna go sideways essentially. So, sideways. Right. Let's see. One moment. Oh man, the Nasdaq is about to hit 15K. Wow. It's almost like we predicted this. I guess we got a little bit of luck because CPI was not that terrible. Yeah, there you go, 15K on the Nasdaq. I think we can still go to 15.1K. I think we made this prediction on the daily chart, wasn't it? Yeah, the MACD was going to cross, RSI heading up, etc. Volumes are relatively low, but still. I mean, we're now sitting at roughly 15K. Tesla sitting at 815.8. Palantir up 1.6%. And I want to see if there anything happening here. Chinese stocks are doing terrible. Virgin Galactic up 1%. CRISPR up 4.5%. It's going to keep going up. I mean, it's so oversold. IONQ, Netlist, Uber, look at that. Damn. Uber now up 2.6%. Robinhood about 1%. I think Robinhood is so undervalued right now. It's just incredibly undervalued. One moment. See what is happening here for Snowflake. Snowflake has been doing quite well recently. From what I've seen, like it's just shooting. 100 billion market cap, and how much revenue do they have? Their annual revenue was 600 million, and they're burning 500 million. And then recently, revenue on the quarterlies, 272 million. With a net income of negative 190 million. And this bad boy is trading at a $100 billion market cap, which is just insane. It's just insanity. I think it's crazy. I don't like it at all. I just don't. Tesla sitting at 815.9. Looking at the 1 hour right here. It's overbought on the 4 hour. And on the daily chart, it's also overbought. I mean, be prepared. We could definitely see some downside soon. We're getting to that range, right? That range where I said it was going to most likely sell. Facebook target for 360, eventually 380. I am looking at 350 at least on Facebook first, right? So around 350, and then we'll see what happens next with earnings and stuff. Yeah, 350 would be my target for Facebook. Google going up about 2%, like it's nothing. MACD crossing, and we're heading into earnings season. You know, many of these big tech companies are going to report amazing and stellar earnings. So it's no surprise that they're going to do well. One sec. Give me one moment. All right. It seems to be a bit better now with the lighting. FU2U. What happened with that one? Down 14%. Oof. Yeah, there was some bad news around, China potentially regulating these companies in this industry. I think it's a brokerage industry. Futu, never heard of this really, but apparently it did quite well in the beginning of the year. Oh wait, hold up, have I covered this in the past? I did. Look at that. Look at that arrow. Can you see that? One sec. Let me zoom in on that. All right. So apparently I've covered this one in the past. I said it might rally back to 216 and then fall big time. Now it didn't exactly rally to 216.18. It went to 202, and then it dropped. But the idea was it was going to downtrend, which it then did, which is quite nice. What is my price target for Uipath? My price target for Uipath would be around $60. I would say, that $58.8 could also be of utility. This zone, right? So this past support is going to act as resistance when we get there. Let's say between $56 and $58 on Uipath, short term. Longer term, I think we're going to get back to 70. There's no way around it. As the market rebounds, like in the next 3 to 4 months, I think $70 could be reached again on Uipath. Helion now up 4.2%. Damn. That's crazy. Both DIDI and Baba are down 1.1%, 1.2%. That's also pretty crazy. Hmm. Oh yeah, by the way, so like I said before, I posted an article about C3.ai on the Patreon as a stock pick, and I also am planning to hold an exclusive patron only live stream today, which is going to happen after the second live stream. And what we're going to do in that live stream is we're going to be pretty much discussing the stock market and stocks and crypto and whatnot. And I'll be, and the people that are joining are going to be able to ask me questions about whatever they want, right? So that's a thing that we're going to have. If you want to join that exclusive Q&A, then make sure you join the Patreon. Patreon link is down below in the description. So it's going to be roughly 10 minutes after the second stream that we usually do. So it's 10 minutes after market close. 1 second. So for the patrons out there, make sure you join 10 minutes after the market is closed. Price target for Robinhood. My price target for Robinhood would be around, I think it was $50 or something, right? No, 48, 47. That seems to be big resistance. Let's say 47, 48, short term. Yeah, definitely. 50 is like right after. Once we get to that, once we go over this level, then we go to 50. But first, 47, 48 would be a nice place to be taking profits. I got a message from Reddit. Yeah, we had like a bunch of people joining the Patreon, and I really wonder how it's going to be like. It's going to be interesting. Because we haven't done a live stream exclusively for Patreon for like 3 months, and we're going to have one every single week, and sometimes we're going to have 2 of them. I'm also still working on getting that Patreon recognition for the video. So it's going to be like this scrolling wheel of people's names shown. Like, okay, all these patrons are supporting the channel. Thank you so much. So that's coming up as well. And yeah, I think the Patreon is going to be very, very valuable, or is already becoming very valuable. AI, what happened? Is it dropping? Oh no. It's dropping. No. But then again, no, it's kind of strange because the Russell is doing pretty well and the S&P is doing pretty well. Everything is doing amazing. So why is it dropping? Look at Alibaba, also dropping really fast. Neo's dropping. That is kind of problematic. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why would you sell AI at 46.7? It just doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. I think it's greed. I think, honestly, it's just pure greed. It's like, I need my money to buy something else. Meanwhile, the fundamentals on AI are improving. So... yeah, I mean, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, right? I mean, they're buying stuff like, you know, meme stocks and whatnot. So the market is quite irrational right now. They have been for a while. AMC, look at that. Yeah, it was looking pretty bullish on the technicals, to be fair. Up 4.2% now. Neo down 1.3%. All the Chinese stocks, look at that. Neo down, Xpeng down, Baidu down, Baba down, DIDI down, Tencent down, BYD down. What happened to the Hang Seng Index? It was closed, right? I think it was closed. On the 12th of... Yeah, so it was closed for 2 days. C3 is pulling back 0.3%. Palantir is also slightly pulling back. Google's doing really good right now. Sitting at a market cap of 1.87 trillion. It's sitting at a higher market cap than Amazon. Netflix has been trending down. CRISPR is up 5.1%. Nice. Gara, do you actually read those books that you listed? Let me check. Hold up. The Intelligent Investor, yes. One Up on Wall Street, yes. The book in Technical Analysis, I would say huge chunks, but not everything. 12 Rules for, The Richest Man in Babylon, just a couple chapters. But there are many more books. I can show which books do I have right here? Oh, One Up on Wall Street. It's kind of funny. I've got the book right here. Peter Lynch was a mutual fund investor. This book, it's lovely. But I've watched a lot of videos about this guy, like explaining all sorts of things. I've been watching him since 2016, 2015 on YouTube. And obviously I've read the whole book. I think it's quite useful for beginners on the market. If you're trying to understand how the market works and how investors behave and how traders behave and how you make consistent profit over time, then I guess that book is quite nice. It's also really entertaining to read. One Up on Wall Street. There is a link for this one in the description if you want to get it. You actually read? Yeah, I actually read. Of course I do. Let's see. Oh, The Intelligent Investor. I have it right with me. Very, very amazing information. It's hard to read because it's a bit boring. But the information that's inside this book, very useful. They talk about the relationship between all sorts of macroeconomic indicators and how that influences the markets. And to be fair, one of the better books out there. Of course, it's been romanticized, right? Everybody's talking about this book. It's like The Intelligent Investor. It's a good book. I think it's useful. And then I think we have The Wealth of Nations. A bit of an old school book. I haven't quite read it completely. Right. But also quite useful for a read. And I think I have 48 Rules of Power and Tools of Titans, Beyond Order. Oh yeah, there you go. You see this? Oh, the thingy is ripped slightly. Technical Analysis Explained. Whenever I don't understand something, I grab this book. I read some chapters. It's really thick, but I think it's also listed in the description. Oops. One sec. But yeah, I know my things, right? I know my stuff. I've been reading. I love reading, and I think reading is one of the best things you can do if you want to learn stuff, right? It's reading. But yeah, I've loved reading ever since I was a kid. So And thank God for glasses, because without glasses, I would not be able to read. All right, let's see. We have markets still green. VIX is going down, and the dollar is going down. The 10-year is still going down, which is good. Cryptos are rallying. Primarily, big tech is going up. So, because growth stocks, I mean, let's be honest, not all the growth stocks are going up. Chinese stocks are doing terrible right now. Value stocks are doing good. So yeah, the growth stocks are just up slightly. It's big tech that's rallying primarily, and the value stocks. And semiconductors are going up, recovery stocks are going up. So, right. Especially stocks that have gone down substantially are shooting back up. Look at that, Helion going up, CRISPR going up after a lot of downside. And I think Uipath is another good example. Let's see. IONQ, obviously, went down a lot, bounced up a lot. Let's see. Let me see anything else. AI down about 0.2%. AMC is shooting back up 5%, almost 5%. NEO down 1.4%. So yeah, anything that's related to China is going down. Come on. It's so ridiculous. Well, I guess that is the current situation. I mean, you can't change it, right? It's like if something negative comes out about China, then that is just going to happen. And to be frank, you can cry about it or you can adapt. And I personally am adapting. I'm trying to keep I'm kind of diversifying by not having a lot in China, I guess. But it's just so tempting. It's just so incredibly tempting to just have a lot of Chinese stocks because they're so oversold. They're so incredibly oversold. What's happening with AMC? Oh, wow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I hinted at AMC heading up a couple moments ago because I saw this pattern here on the daily chart, and we know that earnings is coming, and there's a gap to be filled right at 44. And it's, to be frank, it's also been going down for a while. It's been consolidating, and the markets are green. So, well, there you go. AMC's up 6%. Although I personally don't really like the stock. I just saw the technicals, so I was like, hey, I mean, I don't like the stock, but it's probably going to bounce here. Yeah. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a lower high that we're going to get. I don't think we're going to go above 52. But, you know, we could be surprised by earnings. All right. Before I go, I want to show you something once again. The Patreon. The Patreon is the lifeline of this channel. I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep on saying it. We're going to be saving up for better equipment, things like a desktop PC, several monitors. It's going to help out a lot. And so that can upload more videos for the channel. And so if you'd like to support the channel at all, there is a Patreon. There's a link down below in the description where you can get exclusive benefits like the buy and sell signals, the individual stock picks. We've got the newsletter. We're talking about macroeconomics, microeconomics. I'm posting about these things. There's so many benefits. It's just incredibly difficult to just read them out loud. We got the Discord calls. We got the exclusive Patreon-only Q&A live streams, which today, after the second live stream, after market open, we're going to have a Q&A live stream where you can ask me anything about stocks and the stock market. So sign up today. We have several tiers, as you can see right here. We have many, many tiers, and been working a lot on getting this right for the demand of people, right? Most people want to have the buy sell signals, but I've also heard from people like, hey, I want to get consultations. So that's available as well. So everything is on the Patreon. I want to show you some quick examples, right? Look at this. This is what I uploaded today, at least actually 12 hours ago. about C3.ai, which is another stock pick. And that post, you can find that one on the Patreon, along with updates about CPI and macroeconomics. We had another stock pick about NEO, and we had the buy and sell signals, obviously, and the article about Alibaba. So we've got a lot of things going on the Patreon. If you want to get access to this, you can join for as little as $3. It supports the channel. It really helps out. Every bit helps. The things that we're saving for right now is a desktop PC, a professional camera, and equipment in general, just to get the highest quality out there. That's the main focus. Every single penny is going to be reinvested into Lucid Trading. And I've already saved up about $3,000, roughly speaking, for the desktop PC. So we're getting very close. And Peru Invest donations today, to be really frank, are going to help out substantially too. So thank you for that, Peru. This is the Patreon. I'm going to be linking the Patreon down below in the Discord. Sorry, not in the Discord. I'm going to be linking the Patreon in live chat. If you want to join, feel free to join. If you don't want to join, then that is fine as well. I'll be showing you. There we go. Yeah, there's going to be more benefits coming as well. So link to the Patreon is in the live chat, and you can also find it in the description. I guess there's some news. Gara insider selling. C3.ai insider selling. Okay. Oh boy. That is terrible. Is it a one-time purchase or? No, it's a subscription essentially. But some benefits stay, right? Some benefits like the Discord benefits are gonna stay. That's a one-time purchase. All right. But yeah, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up the current live stream. I think we've been. How much have we been live streaming for? I think almost 2 hours. Yeah, there we go. Almost 2 hours. Whew. Damn. I think I'm going to rest a little bit, have some lunch or something. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Check out the Patreon. Patreon link is down below in the description. There's a link in the live chat. We're going to have a special, exclusive, Patreon-only live stream right after the second live stream today. Which, if you want to join, make sure you check out the Patreon and join. And yeah, have a great day, everybody. We'll be back in a couple hours. We're also going to make a video before the second live stream, so do make sure you check that one out as well. But yeah, this was Lucid Trading. Have a great day, and I'll see you at the second live stream. See you soon.